What's going on, everybody? What up? What up? What up? What up? All right, cool. What's going on, everybody? Hey, once again, welcome to Learn Me While I Sip. I'm your host, Skin with Ralph Cole. First of all, I just want to ask everybody that's watching, how your day going? You know, that's first and foremost before anything. So today I do got a special guest on the show. She goes by the name of Taylor, and she's located out of Houston, Texas. Me personally, I've never been to Houston, Texas, but I heard a lot about it, and I definitely do want to go and check it out. She's a acne and wax specialist out of Houston, Texas. And she's gonna be on my show today. So once again, anybody that's brand new tuning in, or that's gonna see this video later on my YouTube, make sure you go to my YouTube and subscribe. This platform is for skin care professionals, somewhere where we can come and network, we can come and get the exposure that we need, or just even allowing your audience or your followers to hear your story, and just to figure out where it is that you come from, how you got started, and also to play some fun games and everything while you're here. And also to get a chance to drink some wine, some water, smoothie, whatever beverage it is that you want to drink. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring our special guest for today and have this conversation. Also, to make sure that if you're drinking while you're home, whatever beverage it is, make sure that you put the cheers emoji up. Miss Taylor, what's up? How you doing? Let me get that.
Hello.
Let me get right.
I'm well. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Cannot complain at all. Can you see me?
I'm good.
Can you,
I can
can you
see
hear
you.
me?
Uh-huh.
Perfect. All right, cool. So how you doing today? What's going on?
I am well. I'm not doing much. Quarantining, of
Right,
course.
right.
Staying inside. Yeah, just training, watching
Mm.
videos, keeping myself lifted. How about you?
I mean, I'm doing good, trying to get as much done as I can. Working on my website right now, working on a lot of business stuff, and also too, just trying to sit here and study so I can, eventually, whenever they do open, take my state boards,
Yeah.
I can become licensed. So, but yeah. So first and foremost, what
Yes.
is it that you introduce yourself to the people first and foremost, like your name, where you at, what business you got, and everything.
I am Taylortheesty. I am located here in Houston, Texas. I specialize in corrective skincare treatments and waxing. I love to correct skin. I've been an esthetician now for 2 years, and I am in my own solo practice in a professional building here in Houston, is where my skincare studio is located, and I love correcting
That's
skin.
what's up. That's what's up. So what is it that you're drinking on today? What's your beverage of choice for today?
So I am not a wine drinker per se, but my drink of choice here is my CBD lemon tea
Ooh. Okay.
from TLC, Total Life Changes. This is my drink of
Mm.
choice. This drink has been really good to me. I lost 30 pounds drinking this tea last
Okay.
summer. So that's my drink of choice. That's what I have here poured into my wine
Okay.
glass.
And can people buy that drink from you?
Absolutely. It is available in my bio for you to purchase. CBD tea This particular detox CBD tea helps to decrease inflammation in your body, helps to detox you and really get you cleansed from the inside. For me personally, having a skincare studio specializing in corrective skincare treatments, it's important to know that whatever is going on the outside of the skin is a dead giveaway indication of what's going on the inside. Right. So we're needing to detox to really cleanse our body from the inside so that it reflects well in our skin on the outside.
Right. Exactly. Well, I tell you what, for me, I'm drinking wine today. I've been trying to chug water all day, so this is kind of like my wind down time. This all I'm drinking, just a shot worth of wine. That's it. So
a shot worth of wine. What type of wine? So obviously red wine.
Yeah, it's a red. It's Mina Mesa. I don't know if y'all can see it.
Is it sweet or dry?
So I don't know all my wine terms yet, but I'll say it's dry. I'm gonna go with dry.
Dry. It doesn't really have a sweet. I in my mind, I mean, of course, I've tasted wine. Dry is more of a bitter, dry taste versus sweet is more sweet. I don't know either the term.
Yeah, I'll say dry is more on the dry side. It's definitely more on the dry side. So let's go ahead and hop into it. So since the whole quarantine thing been going on, like how has it affected you in a positive way?
In a positive way. So for me, it's been a blessing, honestly. Like, of course, I would still like to be in my skincare studio. I still love to be, touching my clients, embracing them. However, it has really, really allowed me to focus on other things in my business that I was putting on the back burner before. So I'm very, very grateful and appreciative of the time that I've been given, because there are things that I had on my to-do list from last year that I've now been able to accomplish. So for me, I mean, it's been going well. Of course, I would love to still be working, but it's been very beneficial for me. The time was definitely needed.
That's good. I know a lot of people is definitely taking advantage.
Nursing, taking my prerequisites for nursing. So one school that I went to, I was on my last class of prerequisites. They had like a fair on the campus, and our instructor wanted us to go to the class or to the fair. So I went, and that's when I found out that campus had just started an aesthetics program that year. Right. And I'm like, man, like, why, I wish I would have known about this already. Oh, well, I'm going to nursing school, so I can't do it. So I ended up missing the deadline to apply to nursing school, which I was bummed about, of course. So then I was like, dang, well, I'm not going to nursing school this semester, which was the fall semester like I had planned. Yeah. So I'm like, let me go back over here and see about this aesthetics program. And it was like number 3. I was like the third person to sign up and enroll for the program. Mm-hmm. So it was just something really for me to bypass time. Ultimately my goal, I feel like I was over aesthetics. So I wanted to still go back to nursing school, but I'm like, well, I can incorporate facials into my bridal skincare packages and stuff like that. So I'm like, aesthetics is still cool, just so that I'm not with all this downtime, because I was done with my prereqs. So that semester had really completely forgot about nursing school, honestly. Just because I was so excited, I guess, in the aesthetics program, it definitely turned out to be more than what I expected from it. Probably about 2-3 months in, I hadn't even been thinking about nursing school. And then I get an email saying that I was accepted. And I'm like, oh, holy,
Yeah.
like, what am I gonna do now? Like, golly, you know. So I was like crying. I'm like, dang, it was an extremely hard decision for me. But ultimately, as you can tell, I chose aesthetics because I'm like, you know what, it's cool. Like, I'm really loving the way this is going, everything I'm learning. And if I got accepted into nursing school once, I'll get accepted again. It's cool. So here I am. I have no plans on going back to nursing school at all, which we had this conversation
Yeah.
before. Um, yeah, but I have no plans on going back to nursing school. Aesthetics is everything
Yeah.
for me.
You know, it's crazy. I'm kind of on that. I'm kind of on that well, first I gotta, you know, of course, get my license first, and you know, get my hands wet in the aesthetics industry, especially within like a treatment room or a spa. But uh, I know that when I was in school, I was actually debating on if I should go to nursing school because I did want to see about going, like, getting more into like Botox and, you know, doing injections and stuff. But I'm like, man, that's a lot of years that I got to put in, you know. So I know, I just know that.
Depending on
I just know that.
depending on what level of nursing you want to do, right? And then which school and their
Right.
requirements, it can be.
Yeah.
But you'll be able, you know, you'll make your decision. You'll choose what's best for you when the time
Right.
comes.
Right. So what's something that, like, I know you say like you got 2 years of experience so far, but what is something that you would tell like a new student that's trying to decide if they do want to go to esthetician school, and just from the experience that you have so far, what's some words of recommendation for them?
Go, go to aesthetic school. What it for me personally, it became so much more than what I imagined it would be. Like originally, years back when I had first started thinking about it, I was like, oh, I want to do lashes, you know, something
Mm,
like that. And then that was before I started doing
mm,
makeup. Then after I started doing makeup, and I will do, you know, my wedding parties. I'm like, man, you know, I think that would be something I can set myself apart because I can offer facials as part of my bridal
mm,
packages. But when I actually got into nursing school or aesthetic school, I don't do makeup anymore. Like I don't desire to do makeup anymore. Aesthetics totally fulfilled me on a whole nother level. Like I found my purpose. So everything else that I thought I wanted to
mm,
do, I'm so glad that God chose this career path for me because it fulfills me entirely. So I thought going into the program, oh, I probably want to do lashes. And then I just wanted to do like a classic
mm,
facial. Now, I guess from suffering from acne myself, now from me having to deal with that emotionally, physically, um, skincare was everything for me. Corrective skincare is everything for me. I can't imagine doing anything
mm.
else. So you'll find your way. You'll find your purpose because so many people, like just like myself, were like, "Oh, I want to do this," you know. And then it was like, you'll find, you know, your
Yeah.
path. You'll find your specialty, if you will, of what lane of aesthetics that you prefer to
Right.
be in. For me, it's corrective
Right.
skincare and waxing. I love waxing
Nice.
too.
So you like to torture people? Okay, got it. Um, I'm just playing. Um, well, have you thought about getting into sugaring?
I have not. I really don't know a whole bunch about
Mm,
sugaring. I just actually asked a lady not too long ago that I thought about, you know, just taking a class just to see, especially now that I have the time. There are so many free or even just discounted courses right now that are going. So, but I haven't really looked into it and researched it enough
yeah.
to know if that's something I want to do.
Right. Right. Got you. So what like what's in your head, or like your like end of the tunnel for you? Like 10 years from now, where do you see yourself in a perfect world if everything? Well, I'm not gonna say if, when everything works out for you the way that you want it to go and everything.
Yes.
Where do you see
Thank
yourself?
you. In 10 years, I will have my own aesthetic school. I will own the building that my aesthetic school is in. I plan to purchase the property, build, and have my own aesthetic school, specializing in skin of color, because that's not something that you're taught in school. A lot of people feel like, oh, well, you black, so you should know how to take care of black skin. That's not the case. There's no specialty of that in school. So, of course, you know, you have only so many hours that you have to push all this information into to complete the program. So there are a lot of things that are missed or barely touched on. But yeah, for me, it's specializing in what I specialize in, skin of color.
Okay. So question of the day for you: what does success mean for you?
Success to me means freedom. It means being able to move and operate on my own terms when I feel like it. Having the flexibility to be able to go on field trips with my kids if I want to, go take off a day of work if I want to, go on vacation for a week. Like, I didn't have that when I was working in the hospital. How I ended up quitting my job there was because it was time for me to graduate. And there was a skincare conference that was coming up that was required of us to go to. And my job at the time told me that they wouldn't approve me to be off because I didn't have enough PTO. So I was like, you know, it's okay. Like, here's my 2-week notice instead, because I'm going. It's my graduation. Like, it's cool. And I had no reservation about it. Like, it was clear as day. Like, that's what I was supposed to do. And I haven't looked back. Everything has been well for me, thank God. So for me, it's just not being able to be fenced in and anyone tell me what I can or cannot do. That right there is a powerful just movement for me that I feel like my life shifted in, because I was always working for someone else.
That's good. That's good. Someone actually just said that you're such motivation. So
thank you,
Ashley. You are
Ashley.
motivating people and stuff. That's good.
She's amazing. She's going to be she's in aesthetic school right now too, and she's going to be an amazing esthetician when she finishes.
Cool. That's good. Actually, I would love to bring you up and actually ask you some questions as well. You know.
See, there you go, Ashley. Mr. Ralph Cole just gave you an invitation, girl.
Trying. So
yes, I'm gonna make sure she does it.
Perfect. So there's a segment on my show that I do where it's called "Explain That Post," and
oh God.
So I did. No, you fine. So I did find 2 posts for you, and you know, so that you can explain both of them. Which one should I go with first?
Oh God.
All right, let's just go with this one first.
Oh, okay.
So just to start off, for people that don't really know about skin, they'll look at that and be like, "Oh my God, like somebody messed your skin up." But for us, we looking like that's about to be beautiful.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
So explain not like, you know, in detail or science wise or nothing like that, but just you know, explain what's going on.
This is a chemical reaction that my client here, she had. I did a chemical peel on her. It was an AHA BHA chemical peel that helped to get rid of some of the pigmentation that she has, as well as pull out some of the excess oils in her skin. Her skin is extremely oily. So we were trying to strip her skin of some of the excess oils to really be able to stop her breakouts.
That's good. That's good. So do you do services such as like dermaplaning or microdermabrasion or anything like that?
Yes, dermaplaning is my favorite. I love it.
I love it too. I'm actually going to take a course, a dermaplaning course. Like I'm already certified in dermaplaning, but it's a certain program that I want to go through where they actually specialize in dermaplaning, and just to
Nice.
get that extra training and that extra education, and also the certification that I can add to my I call it my resume and everything, so that it'll be
Mhm.
more that I can just add to my belt. So.
I want to touch on that real quickly. Can
Yes,
I?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Like that, when you just said that, that is so important. Like that is key for my estheticians that are in school, um my student
Mm,
esthetes. That is key. Like you have to go back to school. You cannot, I really wish that they would just give a disclaimer like, hey, here in Texas is 750 hours for aesthetics,
uh-huh.
right? So hey, 750 hours is required by the state to complete this course for you to take your state boards.
Mhm.
However, you are not going to learn everything about
Right.
aesthetics. We just touch on a little bit here or there because there's no
Right.
time, right? So, and then they're trying to cut the hours to the program. So you have to go out after school, just like yourself, right? And invest in other
Right.
courses. It is so valuable. It is going to be the game changer for your
Right.
career. You have to, whatever your specialty is, whatever you want to specialize in, even if you don't know what you want to specialize
Mhm.
in, I really highly recommend that if you are an esthetician student, once you get your license, and even before, if you know for sure that you want to do lashes, you love lashes, that's your thing, go ahead.
Hold on, Taylor's. Hold on. One of my Wi-Fi's is messing up. I can't hear you. Hold on, Taylor. I can't hear you. Let me see. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hold on, I still can't hear you. Maybe it's my phone. I can't hear you. I tell you what. Let's let me see. I'm gonna press the exit. Let me see. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna press the exit on yours and then come back on.
Okay.
All right,
Can
I
you
can hear you
hear me?
now. Yep.
It probably was my home Wi-Fi, so I turned it off and just got, now I'm just holding my phone
Oh, okay.
because my
Gotcha.
iPad is on the Wi-Fi at home. I apologize.
No, you fine. You fine. So, so great job on that. So the next post that I do want to show for you to explain is what is going on here. You know how
Oh
to
my God.
get.
I need to go delete that.
What is going on? Who was coming in town?
Listen, I am a diehard Houston Texan, born and raised. I love my city. Now, generally, we do not walk around like that. I know the world shows us as these cowboy billies, but no
Yeah,
one really looks like that in real life on a regular basis here in
yeah.
Houston. But it was time for the rodeo. I was going to the livestock show in rodeo, and I think that was the day Cardi B was in concert last year. I think that's when I went.
Okay,
Hmm.
okay. Nice. Now, me myself personally, I never been to Houston, but I would love to go. I would love to go
You
visit.
should. Everybody loves Houston.
Yeah, I always hear all about Houston and everything. So real quick, get right. All right, so real quick, I do want to move on to another segment that I do have on my show where um I do the Big Ten. And with the Big Ten, it's just a series of questions that I shoot out to you. Also, too, if you're watching from home, feel free to comment and answer the questions yourself on your end, too, while we sitting here doing it. So, Ms. Taylor, are you ready for the Big Ten?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, cool. Let me see. All right. So, first one, grits or oatmeal?
Grits.
Salt and vinegar chips or sour cream and onion?
Sour cream and onion.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Can you hear me?
Oh, is the phone messing up again?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
All right. Martin or Fresh Prince?
That's hard. Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince. All right. Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
Call or text?
Call.
Money or love?
Love.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Comedy or horror?
Comedy.
Paper or plastic?
Plastic.
Cool. You the first one to say that. You the first one to say that.
Does that mean that I'm not
Nope. That don't mean nothing.
okay?
That don't mean that. I feel like because I always look at people when they say that because I know that they want to pick plastic, but because they feel like the politically correct answer is paper because of the bio-friendly and all that
Yeah,
and everything.
plastic.
They want to save the turtles, I guess. All right, so for this last one, you got to choose which one, and also you got to explain why.
Okay.
So for the last one is sing or dance.
Sing.
And why is that?
And music makes you feel good. Music, I don't know, like you can relate to the words that are being said, that are being sung. I don't know, it's music for me. Like it's spiritual. When you listen to music, you can relate on a spiritual, emotional level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you sing?
In the shower. In the car with my music blasting? Yes, of course.
She said in the shower.
You wouldn't be able to tell me I couldn't.
Yeah. Hey, I tell people all the time, I'm the best singer in the world when I'm in the car and in the shower. You can't tell me.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't care who you is.
Yes.
I don't care who you is.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you so much for doing that segment. So last segment of the show is called the elevator speech, and this is a segment that some people look forward to. This is a segment that some people don't look forward to. So what it is, I give you a scenario, I put you in a scenario, and you have a minute to tell me exactly what it is that you will say. And it's called the elevator speech.
Okay.
And there's no right or wrong way to do it. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just all about you being you.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
All right.
I think.
So the scenario is you in a big city, New York, LA, Atlanta, wherever, and you go up to the biggest skyscraper, the corporate building. You walk in, you get in the elevator. You got to go to the 50th floor, right? Because you got a huge meeting or a huge opportunity. But right before the elevator doors close, a multi-millionaire walks onto the elevator with you, and it's only you and that person that's in there. So, what would you say to that multi-millionaire person to get him to invest into you and your business? Ready, set, go.
I'm Taylor. I'm a licensed skincare coach, and I love to correct skin. I know that there is discernment. I failed already.
But then
I
it's
know that
true.
there is a need for a corrective skincare coach, such as myself, that is going to help improve confidence, improve life on a whole nother level for those who I can help improve their skin.
Mm.
I suck at these.
No,
But um I just want to give you my business plan and see that I just want to show you my business plan, and I know that you will be I know that you will love it and invest in Taylortheesty Skincare Studio.
hey,
I
you
don't
did.
know. I suck at
No,
those big
no,
time.
no,
That's horrible.
no. Listen. You did an amazing job. It's not even like I said. It's not about being right or wrong. It's just all about just being you. That's it. And just having a regular conversation. That's what it's really all about. You did a great job.
I'm glad you did that, because that gives me what I know, something I need to be working on seriously, because at every moment you're supposed to be able to sell your business. So thank you for that, because
No
I
problem.
need to work on it seriously.
I mean, once again, that's the point of being on. Learn me while I sip. Show. It's all about us network. It's all about us making each other better and everything, and that's really what it's about. Just having somewhere where you can come, you can sip on your beverage, have regular conversation, and just have fun. It's no
Thank you.
this is a sacred place where it's not about trying to put people on the spot or anything like that, because everyone always can improve in some area and everything. So that's really what it's about. And you nailed it. You did a great job. So I definitely applaud you for that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So Miss Taylor, I definitely appreciate you being on the show. Is there anything that you would like to ask me before we wrap things up?
Yes, I would like to know
Uh,
what made you go to aesthetic school.
so, so right now I'm a licensed barber. I do own my own barber studio, and barbering definitely changed my life. It took me to a lot of places where I've never been. Showed me a lot of opportunity, and it was really the only thing I had to fall back on, especially with me being here in Washington State, and uh, coming from being a disabled, homeless veteran to traveling around the nation by being a brand ambassador and an educator for barbering up on stage and everything. So, and even, created me my own business. So it was just one day, one Saturday after a long day, it was after a long week. I'm sitting there cutting, and I'm halfway through my day and I hit that wall, and I looked in the mirror. I'm like, man, could I see myself doing this 5 years from now? So what I did, I'm like, okay, what is it that I can do in order to take me and my business to the next level? And I figured that I would go to esthetician school, because with that, there's something, I can learn a lot more in everything it is that I'm already doing within the beauty industry. Because I knew I didn't want to do women's hair as far as like coloring and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But what's another aspect that I can add on to it? And I didn't know anything about, being an esthetician. I was like most people, think that, an esthetician is someone that you go to when you want to relax, someone that, that can go in, give me a little face massage, and that's pretty much it. But when I got in school within that first week, I'm like, oh man, this is crazy. I didn't know about all the science that goes into it. I didn't know about all the opportunities that it can offer you. I didn't know any of it, so I just fell in love with it. And a year later, because I went to the master esthetician course where there's 1,200 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a year long program. And just like you say, you know, there's not enough time to where you learn everything, because it's like as soon as you get introduced to a certain treatment or a certain service, it's time for you to move on to the next thing. So for the
Mm-hmm.
master esthetician course, it was like it was like every single week we moving right on to the next thing. So now I'm like, oh man, this is a lot, you know. So pretty much I'm at the point now to where I definitely want to go from being a licensed barber and transition all the way into being a full-time esthetician and introduce to the barbering world a male esthetician from, you know, me actually being an esthetician. You know, because I look at it to where there's a lot of barbers that do skincare that's men, but there's like really like a handful of men that's estheticians that can talk to
Mm-hmm.
other men from the perspective of an esthetician. So
Okay.
that's you know that's my long-winded answer for that.
I appreciate that. I think that's is really nice because it takes courage to be able to step into a female dominated industry
Right.
like aesthetics. So yeah, congratulations. I'm
Thank
super excited to you. I'm so glad that we were introduced through Etasha,
you. Right.
so that I can follow your journey because I'm so excited for you.
Thank
I
you.
know you're gonna do well.
Thank you. I definitely appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
As soon as Big Rona leave people alone, then I'm looking to go full, you know, full steam ahead. Like the week that everything shut down was the week that we were supposed to graduate.
Mm,
So everything shut down for me. So
yeah.
I'm at the
It's
point.
okay. This is all a part of the plan. It's
Right,
giving us time to get other things done. So
right,
in the time that it's supposed to be, it will be.
right, right. But
Hmm.
once again, I appreciate you being on the show. Just for a quick wrap up, let the people that's watching or that's gonna watch this video, let them know who you are. Let them know, you know, what show you're on. Let them know who's interviewing you and everything.
I am Taylortheesty. I am located here in Houston, a corrective skincare coach who specializes in acne treatments and waxing. I don't have anything scheduled for right now. I am scheduling things for next week, so I'll be able to post and share that then. But thank you so much, Ralph, for having me. This was fun.
Hey, feel free to, you know, I'm definitely gonna want you to be another, you know, special guest on one of my future shows too. So,
I
def-
will. I will.
so definitely stay tuned. I'm working on my website right now, so I am gonna have my merchandise, you know, available to sell, and I would definitely love to see you in some.
All
Once
right.
again, just
I
want to throw
got
it
you.
out there.
I
so,
got you.
so I appreciate it so much, and you have a
You're
good day.
welcome. Thank you. You too.
I appreciate it. You have a good one.